Fuck yes.
Alright guys, so we're in C-Bus Gym. This is probably our last session for the trip. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, all of us are very tired. We just popped caffeine, so hoping that's gonna help. We're going with overhead press today, so I'm hoping to get guys some tips from all these strong guys here, how you can make better overhead press. Joe, what do we got going on today?
I honestly don't know. Listen, we've been training nonstop, all day, every day in the gym in Ohio, C-Bus. We're doing some presses. Unsure of the rep scheme, maybe some fives. I'm thinking just a couple, 3-4 sets of 5 RPE, 7 or 8, and then we're just gonna kind of screw around, do a couple little accessory lifts, and then just wrap up this weekend.
Right on.
We've been doing all sorts of crazy stuff, so let's just keep it going.
Guys, we are all very tired, so these presses are gonna be what they are. Sorry, what was that, Taylor?
Definitely not tired.
Taylor,
95 pounds.
Taylor is invincible for this trip.
95 pounds, cakewalk.
Weren't you trying to bum $1 for a Bang Energy shot earlier?
My heart rate's like 150 already, so yeah, I'm feeling good.
That was just one case, white claw.
All right, Joe, so we're both in the strongman community. We press a whole bunch, but I don't think the press gets the love it deserves when it comes next to the squat, bench, and the deadlift. So we're gonna teach these people how to press today. We're gonna start off with your first tip for them to get a stronger overhead press.
All right, tip number 1, technical tip, is not to press the bar out in front of you, all right? And we want to keep the bar over center mass, so we're actually going to push it over top of our head, and a lot of people like to push it out in front, or they extend too far backwards. So I kind of like to use the cue, my ear in line with my bicep, which there's going to be some play with that, but the main point is that over center mass. So when we're locked out over top, as you're seeing in these presses, is it's going from the bar to our wrist, to our elbow, to our shoulders, and our trunk. So it's got a nice strong base of support, and we're going to be most efficient if that's our pressing manner. So often I tell people kind of if they're going to press straight up, just tuck your chin back, make a double chin, the most attractive face you can possibly make, picks up all the chicks, and then that clears the head away so we can have a vertical press instead of a outward press, and then without also going like a scoop out and over, it's just going to go straight up.
Back.
One of my niggas got a bitch out there. Most of my niggas done got a few strands.
Let's go.
But it might nigga be stranded, yeah. But some chicks and scam, yeah. One of my niggas coming home.
So we're just rocking some 5s right now. I don't think we truly have a game plan for today. We're just chilling, having that bro session, having fun.
Come on.
All right, Joe, so they've nailed their bar path. What we got next?
Can we say frequency or no?
You can go for it.
All right. It has to be like 1.5. It's just like if you're on Matt's channel or my channel, it's a...
This is like the on-running joke with both of us at this point.
Frequency solves all your problems, guys. Third world hunger, marital issues, everything in the world. So 1.5 would be increase your frequency. If you're pressing 1 time per week, not getting the gains that you want, go to 2 times a week. Have your comp press or your press you want to put the most focus into. Second day could be a variation of that press. We press like 3 or 4 days a week. So just, you know, go at a dose-dependent relationship with how it works for you. The second tip I actually have has to do with grip. So you may see some different grips between us, and that's kind of the main point. Different strokes for different folks. So I find a more narrow grip keeps me really tight, and I get to use a little triceps a little bit more. I find though, when I go slightly wider, I get to use a little bit more of my shoulders. So not really necessarily right or wrong, but I would say find what's most efficient for you. So for me, if I go out too wide, I don't have an efficient press that works for me. So I find myself in that more narrow position. You know, and I would also say too narrow isn't gonna be most efficient for a lot of people. So be open-minded to play around with it and try things out, give it a fair shot, a couple weeks to really see if you like it or not, but play with your grip.
Yeah, Joe. All right, guys, we got DK here. I like to call him Frankenstein. It's on his belt, but he most recently hit a PR in the press. What was that PR in the press?
315 strict.
315, strong as hell. So DK, just give us one tip that you think helped get you to that number.
Out of all the tips, I think the biggest one that helped me was bracing. In terms of, I mean, typically everybody wants to get in and go right away, but when you actually get in and focus on your breathing and brace and pushing your gut against the belt and building up that internal pressure, it definitely helped with my power, my drive off the start.
Right on, brother.
Come on, Matt. There you go.
There you go. Push through. That's it. Come on. Go, Matt. Come on, come on. Beautiful. Good job, dude.
Slating has me like glowing. I think we're at training session like number 8 within a 3 to 4 day period. 2 days are rough. All right, so we moved past the actual work portion of this workout. We're just getting fucking jacked now. Come on, Matt. Come on. All right, Joe, we kind of got distracted here. We've gone from the actual work of pressing to just getting yoked. But I think we need to give them one more tip before we go here.
All right, last one. Definitely don't think people pay attention enough, and that's their foot position, their stance. Often, I see people are too narrow, or sometimes they do like a split stance when they're doing their strict pressing. I'm more in favor of a wider stance, okay? More secure base. So shoulder width and maybe a little bit wider with your toes out, okay, slightly. I think that's gonna give you a lot more support in the press, keep it more stable, and be more efficient overall. So check your stance when you're reviewing yourself on your phone or video, whatever. I think it's gonna make a difference.
Come on.
Come on.
All right, so we just closed out the kind of bodybuilding session there. Press was a set to 5, having fun. Finished out with shoulder superset, lateral raises, and a high pull. And then we just kind of funked around with arms. The session was just us having fun. End of this trip, had an absolute blast. So hope you guys enjoyed the content out of this. Again, just kind of having fun, chilling with the homies. Nothing too serious for this one, but that's kind of what I love about lifting, is these more less serious sides, getting after it with boys. All right, I think that wraps up this trip, guys. I'm tired. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I have lost my voice. We did too many videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed the content from this trip. I really enjoyed this trip. Learned a lot. I think my training is going to change over time. And that's the thing. So me and Joe were kind of talking about this trip. Every time we visit other lifters, we kind of realize that we get ourselves into training ruts where we're doing the same thing over and over and over, and we don't even realize it. So it's always a little bit eye-opening to kind of visit other lifters, see what they're doing, and take bits of their training into our own. I think we can kind of get stuck in these niches of, I am this specific lifter, like I'm a power lifter, I do powerlifting things, or I'm a strongman, I do strongman things. But we have a lot to learn from every other lifter in our community, even if they're just a different part of the same niche as you. So there's a lot of different styles of powerlifting, there's a lot of different styles of strongman. So always keep your eyes open to those options, and always be willing to learn from other people. Hope to catch you all in future content, and I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Catch you all next time.